Okay, let's talk about AI, artificial intelligence. It's everywhere, right? It's on our phones, it's in our cars, it's all over the news. But for a piece of tech that's taken over the world, what it actually is can be kinda fuzzy. I mean, we hear the term AI 100 times a day, but what is it really? Let's cut through all the hype and get right to the heart of it. All right, so here's our game plan for the next few minutes. We're going to start with the basics, then break down all the confusing jargon. We'll look at what AI can do today, take a peek at the future, and then wrap up with why this all matters to you. So let's dive right in. First up, what in the world is artificial intelligence? Okay, so at its most basic level, AI is all about trying to build something that thinks like us. Taking the really cool parts of the human brain, like learning and reasoning and solving puzzles, and programming them into a computer. This is usually done by feeding these machines just tons and tons of data and letting complex algorithms train them to do things that, until now, only a human could do. And this isn't some brand new idea. It's been cooking for decades. It really goes all the way back to 1950 with Alan Turing asking that classic question, can machines think? Then in '56, the term AI was officially born. We had a bit of a slowdown, what they called the AI winter. But then, bam, 2012 hit with a huge breakthrough in deep learning. And that really lit the fuse for the explosion we're seeing right now. All right, next up, let's tackle all that jargon. Because you hear these terms, machine learning, deep learning, and they get thrown around like they all mean the same thing as AI, but they don't. So let's clear that up. I think the absolute best way to picture this is with those Russian nested dolls. You know the ones? Well, think of AI as the biggest, outermost doll. So AI is that big doll. It's the huge umbrella term for any machine that does something smart. We're talking everything from a fancy thermostat to a system that can actually learn all on its own. Okay, so open up that big AI doll. And what do you find inside? Machine learning. This is where it gets really interesting. This is a type of AI that isn't just following rules we wrote for it. It actually learns from data. It's like instead of writing a million lines of code, you just show it a million pictures of a cat, and it starts to figure out what a cat looks like. And then inside that doll, we've got the smallest one, deep learning. This is a super specialized kind of machine learning that's built using something called neural networks, which are, you guessed it, inspired by our own brains. The deep part just means these networks have tons of layers, which makes them incredibly good at understanding really complex stuff, like recognizing your face or understanding what you're saying. Okay, so now we know the lingo, let's talk about what AI can actually do right now, today. This is where we need to separate the Hollywood hype from the reality of the tools you're probably already using. And here's a really, really important point. Every single AI you use, and I mean every single one, is what's called artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. That's the only kind that actually exists today. So what is ANI? Well, you can think of it as a specialist. It's sometimes called weak AI, and it's designed to do just one thing incredibly well. But that's it. It can't step outside of its lane. A great analogy is a line cook, a genius at making the perfect omelet every single time. But ask them to invent a new dessert? No chance. And trust me, you are using this stuff all day, every day. When you ask Siri for the weather, when Netflix suggests a new show, when Google Maps finds you the fastest route, that's all AI. Your spam filter, the Face ID on your phone, even fraud alerts from your bank. All powerful, but very, very narrow specialists. Okay, so that's where we are today. Now, let's look to the future and talk about the stuff that gets all the headlines and makes for great sci-fi, artificial general and superintelligence. So this table breaks it down really nicely. You've got three types. On one end, there's ANI, narrow AI. It's task-specific, and it's what we have today. In the middle, you have the dream, AGI, or general AI. That's human-level intelligence. And then way out on the horizon is the purely hypothetical stuff, ASI, or superintelligence, which would be, well, beyond us. And to really get the massive jump between what we have and what people are dreaming of, think about this. ANI, today's AI, is like a calculator. It's perfect at math, but that's all it does. A GI, on the other hand, would be like a brilliant mathematician. It doesn't just do the sums, it understands the why. It can use those principles to solve completely new problems it's never seen before. And that brings us to the final, purely theoretical stage, ASI, or artificial superintelligence. This is the idea of an AI that is smarter than humans in literally every way: creativity, problem solving, even social skills. Again, this is pure science fiction for now, but it's the idea that really gets people talking about the long-term future. Okay, so why are we splitting all these hairs? Why does any of this actually matter? Well, because understanding the difference between narrow AI and general AI is absolutely crucial for making sense of the world right now. Just look at how businesses are using it today. The top benefits are all about what narrow AI is amazing at: making things more efficient, helping us make smarter decisions based on data, and cutting costs. This is the real practical value of AI at work. But of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. There's a balance to be struck. The pros are huge. We're talking incredible efficiency boosts and new scientific discoveries. But we also have to face the cons, right? Things like jobs being displaced, ethical issues with biased data, and real concerns about our privacy. We've got to manage all of this responsibly. But no matter how you look at it, the momentum is just undeniable. One of our sources puts it perfectly. Quite simply, because AI is the future. This tech is most certainly here to stay, and it's only going to get bigger, better, smarter, and more influential. You just can't put this genie back in the bottle. And really, that's the bottom line here. Understanding AI isn't just for tech people anymore. It's about understanding the future of your job, the future of our society, and how we're going to solve some of the biggest challenges facing us. So, that leaves us with one final and maybe most important question to think about. This technology is learning every single second of every day. So, what should we be teaching it?